Okay, so I am a student who uses Coursehero, and I've been using it for quite a while. Every time I'm on campus and I'm connecting from campus Wi-Fi, I do my homework there, and I use Coursehero to get the answers that I don't know myself. Or if I do know the answer and I'm afraid that I might be wrong, I ask Coursehero. Now, normally I'll get a response from a foreigner. Let's say they're an Indian or somebody that doesn't speak native English, and they'll give me the wrong answer for simple questions such as this particular question. What type of firewall filterings allow the firewall to blah 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 blah. So the question's obviously, or the answer is dynamic, but they'll tell me that it's cheap. If you supply the whole question on Coursehero, including the multiple choice answer, the tutors will just pick something random and give it to you. That's just what I've experienced. So I decided that if people can give me wrong answers on Coursehero and get paid for it, then what if I make my own account, my own tutor account, and I give students the right answers? I would make so much money. Well, that's not the case. So I made a tutor account, and this is what happened. So over the course of 10 days, I I answered 10, 11, 12, 13 questions, something around there. I didn't put too much time and effort into it. I specifically did this to test and see if Course Hero really was a scam, if Course Hero was a scam, as people are claiming. You can search up, Course Hero scam, and obviously you'll find either angry people who've been tutors or students that got the wrong information, or you know what I mean. But I personally wanted to see if it was a scam. Now, I don't know if people have actually been paid by tutoring on Coursehero, but this is my belief. This is my conspiracy, okay? So it took them about 10 days to finally permanently ban me for fraudulent activity. By the way, there was no fraudulent activity done. In fact, I can show you exactly how I pick and chose which questions to answer. On page one of search, you will always find answers posted and date asked, and these are the questions that nobody else had answered, and they're up for grabs. That means that if you answer it and you answer it, you don't even have to answer it correctly because people have been giving me false answers and and fucking my grade up. But I actually I answered these things legitimately. I gave them legitimate answers. I put a little bit of time and effort into it for questions that weren't like out of this world. Some people post things like, let's just pick this at random, okay? Homework number 2 for whatever this is. I bet it's incredibly long. It's actually not too bad. But normally people ask questions that are huge, like homework assignments with 20 different questions, and they'll be worth maybe $2.80. And actually $2.80, that's pretty good for doing somebody's homework that's not too difficult for you if you're really good at it, right? Well, Course Hero will do you like this, to put it so summarized, okay? It takes 14 days for Course Hero to verify that you deserve the money. So after you're submitted as the best answer, that's when the 14-day process begins. So it takes 14, 15, or 16 days for the money to finally go into your account and you get paid out. You have to hit a $20 threshold, which was my goal. That was just the goal, hit $20 threshold, and then see if they pay out. This isn't loading because this is on a VPS, or Rabbit, if you know what Rabbit is. Anyway, so Course Hero, this is their terms of service. All all terms of service for websites are like this, okay? They have no desire to be liable for any damages or anything like that. If if somebody posts wrong information, they're not liable for it. If you get infected with malware because people uploaded malicious PDFs to Coursehero and you executed it, they're not liable for it. People can upload a lot of different stuff to Coursehero, and PDFs being one of them, they can be malicious, by the way. So Coursehero is not liable for any of this. But most of all, Coursehero can find any reason to ban you. And let's go back to this email. We have terminated your account and no further payment obligations are required. That is the main problem. They are not required to pay you if they feel that you don't deserve to be paid. And they can ban you at any time, just like they did for me. They actually banned me 3 or 4 days before payout day came. And that's what I was testing for. Now, where I fucked up, I actually gave them my social security number. That's bad. Who knows what Coursehero could do with my social security number? They might not be a legitimate company, even though they claim to be, let's go here now, they claim to be an accredited business and protected by Norton Secure, which is probably garbage anyway. Whatever. They claim to be an accredited business. I don't know about that. I I just don't know about that. So this is what I did. After they banned me, I decided to make another account to see if they would activate it. And just like that, within 12 hours, they activated a new account. Now, I did it on a VPS, Rabbit. If you want to call it a VPS or Rabbit, whatever you want to do. It's a completely different IP. Actually, I could make another Coursehero account on my current IP address, and they would activate it anyway. The reason why I say that is because they're not consistent in the things that they tell you. So, for one of the questions, for one of the questions that I answered on Coursehero for a student, uh, the student asked me to go find a question out of a textbook. The student didn't provide the question from the textbook, but uh, the question required me to show the steps on how to find your CPU's chipset. And I actually went to a forum and I took the steps to do that and I posted it as my response. And the student chose it. Great job, because I actually gave him what he wanted. I answered his question. And Coursehero, they either have an automated system to check and see if it's a plagiarized response or somebody manually did it. A moderator flagged it as plagiarized, and they gave me a warning. They didn't ban me. They didn't remove the answer. They just told me that's plagiarism. Don't do it. And they left my response to the student up there. So there was no consistency there. They didn't care that it was plagiarized. They left it up there even though it was plagiarized, and I still got credited for it. Do you kind of understand where I'm coming from? If they felt that it was actual plagiarism, they would have removed the response, and I would not have gotten credited with it. Now, let's move on from that. It didn't matter whether I got credited or not because they, in my opinion, were going to ban me anyway. They were going to ban me for any reason they saw fit, so they did not have to pay. And that is where this comes in. Coursehero scam. Searching up those particular keywords. Let's just go with the first result, okay? So there have been 50 people that are angry with Coursehero for whatever reason. Either Coursehero disabled them because of fraud or Who knows? I didn't read through all of them. The generalization was that Course Hero is a scam and people were getting treated like garbage. Also, apparently, students, when they unlock their Course Hero account, when they pay the $20 or $60 for the year, a lot of the content that Course Hero claims to have is just the textbook and not actually the answers to the questions in the textbook. Whatever, it's all cheating anyway. But the point is that Course Hero is supposed to be offering this stuff, and it is faulty advertising. But then let's go back to the TOS or TOU or whatever you want to call it, terms of use. They are not liable for any false information. They're not liable for anything. If you get infected with the virus, if you unlock the service and don't find what you want, they're not even liable if uh, tutors give wrong answers, which I have experienced. And that's exactly why I made a Course Hero account, so I could do the opposite of what these people were doing and give real, legitimate answers. So doing a good job for Course Hero still didn't get me paid out. And that is most likely why it's a scam. Let's go to the next conspiracy. Okay. What I believe Course Hero wants is for you to upload content. And once they have your content, the claim is that they will pay you if people unlock Course Hero subscriptions due to your content. Let's go back to the VPS. Let's see if I can get it to load. There we go. I don't care if you see the name on the account or anything. I don't care if any information's up here that you shouldn't see because I don't expect Course Hero to pay out. This is another account. Oh, by the way, so Course Hero, they want you to submit your social security number if you're a resident of the United States, right? I did that. I gave them my SOCH, which I feel stupid for doing that now, but I also wanted to take the risk to see what would happen. This particular account that you see here, this is a second account that I opened. They, as I said, they verified it in no time. They could easily see if it's on a VPS or a VPN or any of those things. In my opinion, I would hope that they can. But they activated it in no time. And this particular account, I claimed lived outside of the United States, and they said, boom, you're done. You don't need to submit any more tax information. You're good. You are ready to answer questions. So you don't even need to prove who you are. You don't need to prove that you have the degree. You don't need to prove that you're qualified. And you don't even need to provide any real documentation to get the money. Course Hero seems pretty illegitimate. And that's why people give fake answers. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Course Hero also wants you to they want you to document the names of the professors and the school and the class that these things come from. If you upload a document, they want all the information so students can find it. Well, consider this, okay? If you're going to upload a document and it comes up as that professor's name, do you think that that professor will keep those answers in his homework or quizzes the year after or even the semester later? That's why professors are now changing questions on your quizzes or even rewording it because Course Hero is requesting that you put names on it and stuff like that. So it's a bad cheating resource anyway. Well, it's good in the sense that now students have to try, but Course Hero is just going to dick you over if you want to cheat anyway. That's that's just that. And I don't know if I mentioned this, I kind of lost my place, but I mentioned that Course Hero wants your documents, right? Well, this is why they want your documents. Course Hero just wants search engine optimization. So searching the question up, we got Quizlet, we got Scribd, and there it is, Course Hero. People ask the question on Course Hero. Pretty much every question. Actually, let's see. Why is this on Course Hero? Oh, and there we go. So to view the full document, which is actually just the review questions but not answers most likely, to view the full document, you have to pay them. So Course Hero's whole goal is to get your documents so people can unlock the subscription. And they don't have any obligation to pay you. If they feel that you've fraudulently done something, they will ban you. And they're going to keep your documents up there. They're going to keep monetizing your documents, and you're not going to get shit else from it if they decide to ban you. And that's why Course Hero is a scam. Well, that is the scam. One of the scams. Who knows what else they're doing? I don't know. I mean, they might even be selling my social security number. I don't know. I'm not making that claim. But to claim that there's 481 tutors online and you can ask them questions. I mean, questions range from $1 to 280 depending on your tier. It goes up to like tier 4. And from 280, I think it jumps up to maybe like 350, maybe $4. Yeah, it's like $4. You get 50% of the value. Students start off with $8 credit, and 50% of that value would obviously be $4. So if they were paying each of these people, I don't know, $2 to $10 every day, that would be a lot of money that they'd have to pay out. And that's why most likely Course Hero is not paying out to, the tutors that they have. They'd have to spend a lot of money. It takes 14 days to verify that you deserve the money and to cash out. And they actually ban you. In my experience, they banned me before they could pay me out. I accumulated about $40 worth of credit before they banned me, just to see if they would ban me. I didn't try very hard. I only gave answers to people that didn't have long questions. And Course Hero did exactly as these reviews claimed. They banned me and kept the money, and they didn't even have a good reason to do it. I did not fraudulently. I don't even know how to describe it because I didn't commit any fraud. I chose questions from this particular list that were unanswered that nobody else wanted. Let me make an example here. So it starts at remaining time left. Once the remaining time hits 0, you can no longer answer the question. You actually get credited as long as you're the first person answering the question, right? So that's what I was aiming for, to give the correct answer on something that other tutors didn't want, and that I would assuredly get credited for it. And so Course Hero did as everybody claimed. They banned me before paying me out, and that's why I believe it's a scam. And if you want to test it, make a Course Hero account. My recommendation is to not claim that you're from the United States. Don't give them your social security number. Who knows what they could do with it? And I'm not saying they will. I'm saying there's a high possibility that they could abuse having your social security number. You really don't know who these people are. They claim to have connections with like CEOs from YouTube. Like look through their investors. They claim to have these investors that are in high places, like YouTube workers. And let me see if I can find it. Educators, our team. It's one of these things. It's one of them. But yeah, that's just my experience with Course Hero. Sorry if I rambled. I hope I got the majority of information out there that I wanted to convey to you. And don't trust Course Hero. That's all I'm saying. Don't trust Coursehero.